the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. So Marshall's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Touch pass on the run. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Wildcats want to move quickly. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Offense set on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Makes the quick grab. Didn't get anything on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter on. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Kansas State quick to the line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Now improvising. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. And he rushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Sails one into the middle. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And on this slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
This time they'll go to the running game. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Floating away. Now he's looking into the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The throw. He makes a grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Marshall!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Going up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. They'll immediately call timeout.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got the back in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. The give is to Williams. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the ground with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Picks up 1. 3rd down coming.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
On 4th down, they'll run it looking for the first. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Finds his tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gore. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gray. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Gore. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Rice. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
No huddle offense to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback.
He unleashes a long one. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's... in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 13 over Michigan State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Marshall quick to the line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't find his man. It'll be in. And that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
And you want that clock to run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Using his legs, it's Rice. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.